Alrighty, episode 4. We're getting pretty far. Still have more gameplay. Still so much to teach. This time we got, I'm guessing, Roller Juke, but his thing is not Roller Juke. I'm gonna just say his name's Roller Juke. And he sent me 2 gameplay. Click the first one, because why not? And it's 24 minutes long, and I literally like went this way, or like I clicked here, and I was like, okay, he actually survived the whole game. So we're gonna watch it. Hopefully he gets kills. Hopefully he's not sitting in a building. If he's not sitting in a building, then I'm literally going to scrap this entire video and then click the other video. Anyways, let's get with it.
For now, they just don't care and they're just happy being in goal.
Why are you talking bad about goal players? Alright, so as we can see, he's already super toxic. I'm playing.
Go down beast.
What do you call him? Down beast. Yeah. Well, my hearing's not great. We can skip the whole landing part. Oh.
Keeps assuming that these players use their brain.
Okay, well, what happened here? Okay. If you're really grinding for RP, right?
I wish they would.
I agree with the whole don't contest. If you really want RP, because if you think about it, KP gets you 1 RP point. 1 RP until later game. You know, you're literally fighting for 3 RP max, and you're gambling 50. So it's really not a good trade-off. Like, at all. Really bad. Okay, they're just looting. So, if he's on Horizon, I think R3, anything. I don't know. You could use anything. As long as you have a bunch of Arc Stars, you're playing Horizon correctly. Evo? That's a very annoying combo. Please. Okay. MK player's been spamming the Havoc. The Havoc has broken the split this season.
I mean, depending on where our zone goes, we'll decide if we want to fight that team.
They're fighting. We need to get in this.
Okay, so if you ever run into 2 teams fighting, just wait till they trade and then run up.
Right side.
I think they should just walk up, low key. They're fighting hard.
Well, I'm wrapping this way.
I don't think they should have shot yet.
You can
There weren't enough trades. They should have just shot. Havoc is hard to control. That's what you're supposed to jitter aim for, you little MK cheater.
They're gonna TP.
This is what I mean. You want to walk up.
But we should take the TP. They're gonna res.
Like, if you're going to shoot, you need to make sure you have a kill. You don't shoot to do damage when you're third party. You want to make sure you have a kill.
Oh, he's right in front of me. What the heck?
Look, he's playing Horizon correctly.
They haven't res yet.
There's an about I think, no? Right here.
Alright, if there's a down, they just literally need to be sending it. They're spending a lot of time on this fight.
The Valky's one shot. I'm swinging to this.
But he's doing the right thing, but his teammate should have done this 5 minutes ago. Oh,
this is
he's
so
backing up.
bad. Yeah, back all the way up. Back up to here.
See? Okay, so because they weren't aggressive enough when they had the 3v2, now they had to back up. That guy just, wow, okay. Nice shots. Flew in a straight line. They could have got that fight over with. They could have wiped that 3-man.
Just get the thirst. Alright, it's up.
I got my kill on that guy. The first guy.
Alright, they must have thirsted him.
If there's ever a 2-man, you don't need to waste a lot of utility on them unless they're in a really good spot. They were just out in the open. They just took a TP. They didn't have any cover. They could have just killed those guys really easily. Because if that team resets
How did that hit me?
and they get third partied, then they're in a 6v3. You know what I mean? Their whole game plan changes because they didn't kill those guys.
Here, ape this kid. It's a solo. He's trying to get the banner. There's a purple. Oh, we are purple. Alright, let's go to the zone and hit the thing.
Oh, they're going into zone. My least favorite thing ever. I'm skipping until they get out of zone. Granted, they probably just crafted, which is not a bad idea. If you're really down bad and you need to craft, go craft in zone. It's not a bad idea. You hardly ever get pushed there. It's one of the safest places to be.
They're just gonna leave.
He has a bow.
This is a really bad push. Wait, is there a team up there?
Wish me luck.
This is a really bad push.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
There's a mouse with a knife charm on my gun. That's cool.
Wait, he just ran away? Wasn't there a guy with a bow up there? Anyways, That was not the play.
Do you have any more craft?
Sketchy.
I do. I have 60.
I'll be able to craft some more.
Okay, maybe there was nobody there. I don't know.
Really?
I wouldn't craft here. This is a really bad idea.
I don't know how.
3, 3, 2, 1 them.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
He jumped.
Yeah, why did these people randomly judge?
You can queue up here. Yeah, he knows. That guy's one shot.
But I can't see him anymore. Backing up.
If you want to test your limits, you can run up on all these buildings and 3v3 every building in this game. If you really want to test your limits and really get the best as you possibly can, just take 3v3s.
Here, move this one.
I broke the door.
They shouldn't just trap the building. They should trap outside the building as well. Trap that platform. Trap that platform over here. Okay, well, it could the zone when a zone looks like this. Normally only 2 places it really pulls, maybe 3. There's one that pulls like right over here. And then there's one that pulls literally like right below this thing. I don't think it's this one. I haven't seen a zone. It's in checkpoint. It's either this one right here, or there's one over here that it could be. I think there's like another one over here or something like that, but very, very rare.
It might be the zone that ends over here.
And he knows it.
I'm not shooting at them. I only have like 100 light ammo.
What gun?
It looks like we're about to get some endgame coaching, which we don't get a lot. We don't get a lot of endgame coaching. Endgame coaching is the most important.
Ooh, I can get 30 of them.
Early game coaching is really, it's kind of just RNG because you could run into 10 teams and then it's just like, well, you shouldn't have ran into 10 teams. But end game coaching, there is literally strategies and things that you have to do and things that you can't do.
Nice.
Okay, but like if they're trying to hold this building, you got to make sure that nobody walks up. So you need to be holding everything.
On this ping.
Think of it as this is your bubble, right? This is your bubble. You have a nice little bubble here. But you could have a big bubble. Because if somebody walks up to the backside of your building, they can play this entire area and you won't be able to do anything about it. So if you're holding this area, nobody can like grief you unless they walk up out in the open. But there's a team here and a team in this building. This is the best spot to hold for this zone.
But I don't think that zone had
This is the best spot to hold for this
It
zone.
had this part in.
It's the best spot for the zone. You don't want to leave this zone. The thing is, there's a zone that pulls like out like in the open, right? And the only high ground is this. You don't want to leave this zone. You don't want to leave this spot for this zone. I've literally had a zone where the only thing that was like not like the only cover that was in was like the platform up there, and it was so stupid because they were invincible. But they need to be holding that platform. They need to make sure that nobody walks up. I think they are trolling right now by having 3 people stuck in a building. Because if I'm on the other side and I see 3 people inside of a building, I'm just like, oh, they're just giving me all this free space. So I walk up, you literally like walk up like this staircase when there's 3 men in a building and just do whatever you want. And if somebody swings out, they just die.
They're literally just ADS waiting for us to peek. These kids are bad.
Okay, yes, this is what he needs to be doing. He needs to be holding something over here.
Rip it. No one's looking at us.
I like this spot so much better.
Oh, they already freaking took it. That sucks.
You don't want to be in here. You don't want to be the team in here. Because there is only one little corner for cover, and there's a big head glitch that you can play to kill it. If you ever find somebody in one of these buildings, just know that you should kill those guys 10 times out of 10. You should be annoying these guys right now in this little thing. You should be annoying them. You have 300 bullets. You're standing on the rooftop. There's a team on the other side of them. You could work with this team right here, crossfire them, and you could kill them without even like doing much. You have a Kraber? Yo, dude. Bro, you gotta be griefing this team on height.
right now. Yeah, because there's a team on that house.
Here's the team on height. Grief the team on height. Thank you. Just get angles and stuff.
140.
You can go all the way to the right as well. And your horizon, you can queue up.
140 again.
This is what I mean.
Why?
You'd be extremely annoying here. You even have Q. You can sit on the top of your Q and... Okay, wait. What's this team doing? Oh, that team is trolling. So this is what I see right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know this zone pulls to low ground. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams on the top. Which means there is one team holding all of this. So what would I do? I'd see 4 teams on height. And I'd be like, okay, if I want to win the game, I know it pulls low ground. I can kill the team in low ground. And then third party height later. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Is that building even in zone?
Wait, and there's 13 people alive. There is a solo controlling half the zone right now. Oh, there's no way.
There's a team down low with the whole lobby free.
Yeah, but it's a solo, I think.
Knocked one.
252.
I swear, can we get the finish?
I'm gonna try to.
Ping?
He's right here.
I would just send it low ground.
I hit him for 4. Nice.
Because you, like, okay, so you'll see after this zone, it literally pulls to the middle. It pulls, like, out here. So which means that this team and this team and this team, they all have to fight. Because they're all playing for high ground. So if you go fight low ground, even if it's a 3v3, it's the 3v3 for the dub. It's the 3v3 for the win. And this team's not going to drop down because they'll die to this team. And this team's not going to drop down because they'll die to the other teams. So you are safe because the other teams are protecting you, but they're not doing it on purpose. There is 2 playable spots on top and 1 playable spot down low. But down low should win. Down low should win. And the reason why I say down low should win is because these 2 teams literally can't do anything without dying. This team can't drop because you'll die. And then this team can't drop because you'll die. So both these teams should know that they can't drop. Late game. These guys could literally just run down right now and just be low ground.
We can play that.
But is it in? Yeah, we can play
Play
that.
that corner, yeah.
They can play that, but if you play that, you are playing to kill the other teams on height. So just think about it this way. You got height and bottom. There's the only 2 playable spots in zone. So you're fighting for one of them.
I'm gonna try to get a knock, and then I'm gonna queue up.
You should be very aggressive with this Kraber.
I get a different angle though.
Are you using the Kraber?
Yeah. He has a Kraber too. What the heck?
Yo, Loki, I would have stuck that. I would have fuck you good child. I would have sent it. Okay, these guys are so bad that he's fighting. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can
That is the 3rd time that he's been Krabered.
Let's go.
That's the 3rd time that he's been Krabered, and he stood in a... He stood still.
Yeah, I do.
Let's Valco and go to height. Yeah.
That's a really bad idea.
Act like you're going away though.
That is a really bad idea. I don't like this idea at all.
Act like you're going towards this
You have to
building.
force them out of the building. You might have to throw your ult, Martina.
Okay.
I'm landing on the height, and then I'm dropping to the side.
That side.
I think his presence might just make them run. But this is a really bad idea.
No. We're good. Heal.
I don't have a med kit. I need white hills.
Okay. I guess it worked. Yeah, that was a really bad idea. Inting when you're right next to a team, even if it's a 2-man, I mean, granted, those guys were really bad. Wow, that's a good nade. Those guys were really bad, but like,
Do they have an Ash?
all it takes is that for one of your teammates to get swung right when you drop, and like mastiffed or something like that, anything, and you go down, your game's over.
Yo, I can grief these kids. Hold up.
Throw that, just throw that thermite. You don't even have to. You don't even. That thermite should go crazy.
Big damage.
Knock one.
Okay, those are really bad thermites.
I think we gotta fly over there and do some damage.
Okay, that's a good thermite. There you go.
Arcing.
He hit the 3rd one.
Finish one.
Cracked one. Knocked one.
Yeet! Oh, he didn't make it.
I'll be able to queue up soon.
Two might.
No, just play your life. We gotta wait 15 seconds. I need to go home.
Need light ammo.
I would have to coach. I would have to coach like a really high like level gameplay. Like, I'm not talking about like the player. I'm talking about like a high level match for you guys to really understand.
Yeah, hang on.
what you should and shouldn't do.
I think zone's closing.
I'm curious if you guys would be interested in like me doing like a coaching over like a tournament or something like that.
I need.
My thoughts on how to play it. Because I think even though those players would be like really good, it would be a lot easier to.
He's climbing over here.
Oh,
Freak, I have to pop it back. Watch out.
this is not good.
Flying up.
They're here. They're here.
I'm up.
Throw your ult if you need to.
90, 100 on them.
Wait, they're on here. He's weak, he's weak.
See what I mean about that head glitch though? Like, there's not really much you can do. Yeah, he did the right thing there. So you can shoot the bottom of the horizontal, and it's a lot bigger, and it's a lot easier to shoot.
Do you have ult, Martina?
You're up top, right? If you're up here, you should be watching stuff like that. There's only one thing that can kill you. You guys had God Spot, but you left it. The guys over here, I mean, you can take your time with those thermites. Like, you don't need to throw them that fast. You can take time with your thermites. If you throw good thermites, they can't play there, and then they just die. You don't need to send it over there, because then you leave your God Spot, and then you can become that team that you just rolled. Like, cause you rolled this team over here without even trying. That's because their spot was just that bad. This is just assuming that there's a lot of people in the lobby, right? So you rolled this team without even trying. So the last thing that you want to do is become that team. So when you sent it over, somebody could just like come up and take your spot, because somebody could take that zip line right now, and there is 0 people in your spot right now, and then you guys would be the team on low ground. So if there's a good team that is on the bottom right now that sees 3 people just send it over to the pill, the first thing I'm gonna think is, damn, thanks for the free dub, and then I would just take it. At least leave 1 or 2 people here. If you're gonna send somebody, send the Valk, because the Valk will fly back. Because man, right now you got the zone pulling right below you, and you guys are just yeeting yourself away from your spot. And I would just be like, hey, thanks for the spot, buddy. And I would take that spot and I would just win for free. Because you guys are all on low ground, and you would have to fight the other team or something. I don't know. I don't know how it would have played out, but I would see you guys on low ground, and I would just be like, nice. Free dub. If you have God Spot, you can't ever leave God Spot. What I would do is I would just drop with a Q or something like that.
Just wait till the end and then drop on them with your ult.
I have 1 nade. Do you have your ult roller?
Or you could just,
No.
yeah, you could wait and you could
I
like
got some bats if you need them.
send a nade. Send a nade and then throw a Q.
I have it.
Alright, wait a little.
Oh
bit.
yeah, it's Costa. Okay, yeah, you just insta dub.
I can just fly up and avoid all them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
throw a
just send it with an ult. Just drop your ult.
Are you ready? I did 66 damage. Are you going to throw it?
This is your ult.
Oh, you know.
Alright, I'm going.
110 on the.
Switcher showed up. 140.
Knock them off.
Go.
I would have waited a little bit with that R-Star.
I've ever seen. Were they even full HP?
They were.
I fucking clapped that.
I Krabered one of them.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is you can't ever leave a God Spot. When you have a spot that is just a free win like that one, especially with Caustic, where you just get to have high ground for free, or you have like your Horizon ult or something like that, you can't ever leave it. You can't ever send it for like 1 or 2 kills as a 3-man. Maybe you can send your Valk, and your Valk can take a 1v, but you got to make sure that you don't die. Like, you gotta have faith in your teammate. So like, maybe the Valk goes over, Qs, and then takes the 1v while everybody's looking. That is something that you can do. That's something you can definitely do. But sending it over as a 3-man should be an instant L. And making sure that nobody walks up on your building, making sure that, you got to protect your bubble. You got to make sure that you protect your bubble. If you're holding a spot, you got to make sure you're holding every single possible angle. There shouldn't be more than one person watching one. You should have one person watching this angle, one person watching this angle, one person watching this angle. Anyways, that was it for this episode of the coaching. I will see you guys next week for another video. If you guys want your gameplay coached, make sure you send an email. I'll put my business email in the description, and I will see you guys here next week. Later.